Should be good.
Live on.
Yep.
Okay, good afternoon everyone. Hope you're all well, hope you're all staying safe still. We're back today with more ball mastery. I'm joined again by Coach Josh. What a pleasure it is to have us back together as a duo. I'm sure you can all agree. In terms of what we've got this week, please send in your submissions for the Make a Juventus kit challenge. It can be done on the computer, drawn, however you want to make it, maybe paper mache if that's what you're into. I don't know, but any way that you want to do it, send us it in. Some really great submissions last week. I think Jordan mentioned that Marcus was our winner. That's on our Instagram. Really great job with that, Marcus. Today, with our ball mastery, we're going to be focusing on the side of our foot, like with last week. Just make sure you have a ball and an area. We have the privilege of being able to use some cones and a little bit of AstroTurf, but even if you don't have that, anything, even if it's a visual marker or a mental marker, to work between, that's fantastic. Just to let you know what is coming up for the rest of the week, we have yoga tomorrow again, we have J-Active, and then the quiz to finish off the week on the Thursday. Please join us for all three of those. It'll be more great fun, I am sure. So, Coach Josh, are we ready?
We are ready.
Perfect. I'm actually going to stand out of the way so that you can get better visuals on Coach Josh there. So, like I said, with today's exercises, we'll be using the side of our foot. Now, with the side of our foot, our first exercise is going to be our Tic Tocs. If you guys have been following the skill school, you might already know what that means. But just to go through nice and slowly, with the insides of our feet, okay, so Coach Josh, can you just tap what the inside of our foot is? Just so everyone's clear, everyone knows. Okay, we're just going to move the ball side to side. Okay, so just nice and slowly, side to side, manipulating the ball, making sure that it doesn't get away from us, doesn't go behind us, just stays that nice little bit in front of us, and as we're moving the ball across. Just want you guys to practice that now. Can you give me 20 Tic Toc repetitions, please? If you want, you can follow it in line with Coach Josh. He's going to go through the 20 with us. So, just to give you a little bit of time in case you haven't completed your 20 yet. Okay, if you have any questions or anything you want to add, if you want to film this and send this to us, guys, please do so. It'd be great to see the work that you're doing, and we'll be able to give you some more feedback. Okay, so now we're going to play against Coach Josh. So for 30 seconds, we are going to try and get more Tic Toc repetitions in than Coach Josh. Do you think we can do it? No? Coach Josh reckons no. He reckons no, it's going to be unbelievably quick. Okay, are we ready, guys? We're going to go in 4, 3, 2, 1. Off you go. So again, as before, we're going to try and speed it up a little bit now, keeping that ball just in front of us, making sure that it goes between right foot, left foot, right foot, left foot. Okay, trying to get into a nice rhythm. Manipulating that ball so that it remains under control at all times. You got 10 seconds left. See how many you can push out. 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. Coach Josh, how many did you get?
55.
55 Tic Tocs in 30 seconds. It's going to be a tough score to beat, guys. Let us know how many you got. And like I said, if you're videoing at all, or if you want to video it, if you want to do it again, if you didn't beat Coach Josh the first time, replay the video, or just give yourself 30 seconds any way you like. Okay, so to move on to our variation of the Tic Toc, it's going to be called our La Croqueta. Now, for those of you guys that might play a lot of FIFA, you might have seen this move before, or any of you who are big fans of Andres Iniesta, a really good skill move that he used to use a lot. So, exactly the same parts of our feet as was used with the Tic Toc, but this time we're just going to shift our body across a little bit more as we do it, as Coach Josh is going to demonstrate for us now. Okay, so as you'll see with what Coach Josh is doing here, okay, he's shifting the ball from his right foot to his left foot, but also at the same time shifting his body weight across. If we imagine, look guys, we can all get it wrong, okay, sometimes it won't go perfectly for us, that's why we're here to practice. If you can imagine a defender in front of you, okay, we have to shift the ball out the way of the defender's path. Coach Josh, could you demonstrate that for us in front of the cone? Because that sometimes makes a good defender for us.
This one?
Yeah, that one there will do. Okay, so you can see how in there Coach Josh has shifted his body weight so that as he's coming up to that defender, he's now manipulated the ball to get around him. Perfect. So what I want you guys to do now is to give me 5 La Croquetas on each side. So the first one can be starting with your right or your left foot, and you're just going to shift the ball to the side, take it back to your original start position, and then go the other way for me. Again, as with all of these moves, again, really focusing on using the inside of our foot, as Coach Josh demonstrated right at the beginning, what that is for us today. Some beautiful lat croquettes. It's like Andres Iniesta in his prime. Good, good, good. Keep it up, guys. Keep performing those lat croquettes. Really important as well, just like with our TikToks, that we keep the ball just slightly in front of us. If we try and use our heels or anything further back on our foot than the sort of top of our insides, okay, the ball potentially could go behind us. As you can see with Coach Josh's demonstrations, the ball always is pushed just out in front of him. Like I said, if we're going back to beating our defender, we want to be able to push the ball past him after we've done that second movement. If the ball comes behind us slightly, we might not be able to do that. That's fantastic. Fantastic. Okay. Cool. Okay, we'll hold it there for now. On that, we'll come back to our lat croquettes in a moment. So, moving on to our next part with the inside of our foot. Okay, we are actually going to do our inside-outside movements. So, with this one, we are not just focusing on the inside of our foot, but it's very, very important to get that touch right first. So with the inside of our foot, we're going to push the ball across our body, and then we're going to bring our foot, okay, on the next repetition, we bring our foot over, and the outside of the foot then pushes the ball back the other way. This is used to unbalance the defender. They think that we're going to go the one way, and then all of a sudden we move the ball and go back the other way. Perfect. So just give that a couple of little tries. Again, we're trying to keep that ball in front of us. So the ball is always going to move in a slightly forward diagonal movement, okay? If it comes to the side too much, if we play it straight across to our other foot, there's potential that we could trip over or that the ball could get stuck and caught in between our feet, okay? So we're just going to move it slightly forwards in a diagonal both times. You almost create a V with the movement of the ball. Beautiful, beautiful. Make sure we're trying with both feet as well. Again, great movements, great movements. Okay, of course, there is actually a harder variation to this movement that we're going to try before we have our little challenge against Coach Josh. That one is our outside to inside, or our flip-flap, our elastico. Ronaldinho, Cristiano Ronaldo, people like that love their elasticos, okay? Neymar as well, if you watch him. So, for this one, it's a similar sort of movements. We're trying to move it again in that V shape, so we're pushing it forward each time. Okay, firstly with the outside, then with the inside, okay? And again, if we're imagining a defender in front of us, we're trying to confuse them into moving in one direction before we take the ball back the other way. Perfect. Give that a little go for us, guys. Nice. Again, make sure that when we're doing this, we are trying with both of our feet. Oh, yeah, both feet. Both of our feet. Sounds weird. Coach Josh again. Absolutely beautiful stuff. As you can see with the demonstrations that are happening on screen, the ball comes out in front of where Coach Josh is going. Okay? Because with all of these movements, with all these manipulations, yes, we need the ball to be under control, but at the same time, we're going to be using these to beat our defender or to knock the defender off balance. And after we've done that, we need to get past them. Perfect. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to go back to our inside-outsides. Before we play against Coach Josh, I'd just like us to get in 10 repetitions on each foot. No, we'll go 5 repetitions on each foot. If you guys want to do some more in your own time, of course, feel free to do so. Rewatch the video for any tips that you need. But for this, we'll do 5 on each side.
Inside, outside.
Inside, outside, please, Coach Josh. Beautiful. For those of you that are becoming more competent already in these movements, okay, maybe you guys have practiced this before in your sessions, See if you, as you come in with the inside touch, just fake a little bit as if you're going to move that way. Okay? So almost as if you've dropped your shoulder, you're going to push yourself that way to really confuse that defender. Okay? Then when the defender's gone, we're going to push it back the other way. Oh, okay. Carry on, guys. Hello to Yusuf, who's watching. Hope you're enjoying it. Hope you're getting through that one. Sorry, I've just been notified of where the comments section is for me there. So if you have anything to say, anything to add, anything you want to ask us, please do so. Perfect. Perfect. And as you can see with Coach Josh's movements there, okay, again, really fooling that defender by going one way the first time. Is that our 5 on each side, Coach Josh? Oh. Perfect. So now, challenge time again, 30 seconds to beat Coach Josh. Making sure, guys, each time that you do this, you're going to do it on alternate feet, okay? So one with the left, one with the right. Ready? Go. Like I said, get those movements in. Really exaggerate that first movement to beat the defender, then we're knocking it away. Perfect. Perfect. Keep going at home, guys. Keep going. 5 seconds left. And time. Okay, Coach Josh, how many did you get?
12.
12. A good score, but I think one that we can beat at home, definitely.
100%.
Definitely one that we can beat at home. Okay, so for our final isolated skill move before we go into our combinations, we have our Crease Turn. Okay, so with the Crease Turn, we're going to go through it nice and slowly. As Coach Josh rolls the ball out, okay, his standing foot is going to come beside the ball. Okay, he's going to bring his foot that he's using over the ball, and using the inside of his foot, he's just going to push the ball back in the direction that he was coming from. Okay, so the opposite direction to the way in which the ball rolled. Okay, beautiful. Good couple of demonstrations. So, as you can see, key points from Coach Josh there. He's using his arms to keep his balance. So you'll see that as he comes out, he makes a really big arm movement to make sure he keeps that balance. Okay. He's also not striking the ball with the inside of his foot. He's actually pushing it back through his legs. Okay, so it's not the same technique as a pass. You are keeping your foot on the ball and pushing it. Good. Good. Perfect. Make sure you guys at home practicing with both feet as well. There you go, Coach Josh. Showing us he's a master on both feet. Okay, perfect. Perfect. So, with our variation, okay, or not really so much of a variation, more as an extra step to make sure that we really get that Crease Turn looking perfect, is we must, again, we're trying to get around a defender, get by a defender, or fool the defender in some way. So, in order to do that, we must first make them think that we're going to do something else. So, as Coach Josh goes into this one now, he's going to make it look like he's going to shoot or pass, and then he's going to move the ball away from the defender. Perfect. So you see how he quickens up his steps, makes it look as if he's going to strike through the ball, and then quickly turns back around and goes the other way. Okay? There is actually a beautiful video of Johan Cruyff himself, the master, the guy that the skill is named after, doing this for Holland, I believe. If you guys are interested in that, you can go and find that video afterwards, and you will see how he beats the defender in that way. Good. Good. Making sure we keep our arms out for the balance. Really looking as if we're going to strike through that ball. Nice. Great stuff. Yes, great stuff. Okay, so you guys have had a few repetitions of that now. Again, if you want to pause the video, go through it a few more times, that's perfectly fine as well. So we're going to go for our last challenge of today, which is going to be to beat Coach Josh again in 30 seconds. What I want from this, and it's going to be a little bit difficult to manipulate the ball, but helping us anyway, is that we're going to go alternate as well with our Crease Turns. Coach Josh looking worried there all of a sudden straight away. Okay, so starting with your right or your left foot, whichever one's your preferred, or whichever one you would prefer to start with, I guess. We're going to alternate our Crease Turns. Okay, now you don't have to roll the ball out each time, as the ball will be rolling, so if you can get it in a fluid motion, that's perfect. If you guys need to stop the ball to start again, that's great also. Right, are we ready? In 3, 2, 1, and off you go. Beautiful. So as you see, Coach Josh there has got himself into a little bit of a fluid movement. Okay. If you lose the ball at any point trying to go through that fluid movement, that's absolutely fine. Just reset yourself and start again. What we're really looking at is, yes, can we beat Coach Josh, but can we beat him with lots of quality?
Yes, you can.
Not just beat his quality, which is something totally different. Perfect. Keep it up. Keep it up. Carry. Sorry, maybe had you too early there. Okay, I know that. Perfect. How many was it, Coach Josh?
22.
22 Crease Turn.
Beatable.
Beatable. I think that's beatable too. I think we can do that. Like I said, guys, as I keep saying to you, if we don't beat Coach Josh on the first go, can we do it again? Can we try again? This, guys, it's not just for right now. You can take this and do this anywhere. Like I said, if you've been following our skills schools at all, you'll notice a few of these techniques are very, very similar, if not exactly the same. Perfect. So, now, to finish off, we're going to do our combinations. What we're going to do, guys, is we're going to have one starter combination where we're going to go through in order, and then Coach Josh is going to show us 2 of his freestyle combinations. I want you guys to see if you can come up with a better freestyle combination than Coach Josh, and if possible, record it, send it to us, so that we can put it on Instagram and show all the different variations that we've got of our combinations. So, to begin with, starting behind the cone, please, Coach Josh. We're going to start with our La Croqueta. Okay, then we're going to move to our inside-outside, and then finally, as we get to the next cone, it's our Crease Turn. Then we're just going to dribble back through, and the same process again. Now, what I would really like from you guys, if you can, is if you do it all one side to begin with, can you then swap sides, do it the other side? So, for example, if you've done your La Croqueta from right foot to left foot, next time, can you do left foot to right foot? If you've done your Crease Turn with your left foot, can you do it with your right foot, etc. Perfect. Really nice, really nice. Obviously, Coach Josh has exquisite ball control in a very tight area. Guys, it's perfectly fine to use a bigger area so that you can really exaggerate those skills to beat the defender. Okay, it's even great if you've got something maybe to use as a defender. You can practice this to go around. Maybe a small chair, or maybe a parent, or something like that. Small chair and parent, obviously the first two that you would go to in that scenario. Perfect. So that's our first combination, guys, that you can try. Now, it's up to Coach Josh and his technique, his skills. Okay, he's going to show us a variation of that. He's going to go through it 4 times for us. Like I said with you guys, please try your own combinations, try your own skills. You can follow Coach Josh to begin with and then maybe create your own afterwards or anything like that. Record it, send it to us. Okay, Coach Josh, off you go. Oh, it's a double La Croqueta. It's beautiful. So as you'll still see with all of Coach Josh's skill moves, even though it's a combination, you can see all of the isolated techniques within that. If you're struggling at all at any point with the techniques, please go back through the video, go back to where Coach Josh was demonstrating for us beforehand, okay, and really try and nail those techniques. If you feel you haven't got it, there's absolutely no problem for you guys to stop the video, keep practicing until we've got that. Perfect. Perfect. I wasn't, yeah. Beautiful. Okay, we'll hold it there. We'll hold it there. I think we understand the point. So, first of all, guys, very much to Coach Josh for joining me today.
Thank you.
Been an excellent ball mastery man for us today. That's what we're calling it.
That's the official title.
That's the official title. Thank you guys for watching. I hope that you've enjoyed it. And like I said to you guys, loads of stuff coming up still this week. We have our Make a Kit competition, getting involved in that. Like I said, some fantastic entries last week. We have the yoga, the J Active and the quiz still this week. Fantastic for all three of those. Especially the participation in the quiz, which Coach Josh and I were hosting last week. Lots of teams. Hopefully we can get a few more even. I think we had about 14 teams last week. Really, really good stuff. Lots of people saying that they had great fun, so I hope that a lot more of us can get involved in that as well. And other than that, thank you from me. Always a pleasure. Stay safe and keep practicing.
Thank you guys. See you later.